dawn. Yeah, I'm strapped in, stuck in a song you can't turn off. Like a merry-go-round, my head is spinning. I see you up and about. I'm sure as hell not.
Welcome back to Things I Wish My Mother Didn't Know, or Things I Don't Want My Mom to Know. Today I have a special guest who we are going to call Joe for the sake of him being anonymous. And he's going to tell you a little bit about his 21st birthday story. Now, everyone kind of knows how infamous the 21st birthday tends to be, and we also all kind of know about how bad that can be to our livers. So here is Joe's version of what happened on his birthday that he doesn't want his mom to know.
So I just got to North Carolina because I was shown up here for work. I'm a Marine, and I was just checking into my battalion, and that same week was my 21st birthday. And so I decided to go down that weekend with some of my buddies, and we went down to Wilmington. And we, to start off the night, I had already downed a fifth by myself in my room, and so the boys came, and they were like, "Hey, we're heading down to Wilmington right now. You want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I'm ready." At this point, I'm pretty good and drunk, and this actually became the start point of my nickname, Dirty Joe. And so, because I was literally in the car, apparently I was raving, telling all the guys, "Hey, guys, call me Dirty Joe, call me Dirty Joe," or for whatever reason. I don't remember this, but that's what I was doing. We get down to the bars, and we start doing some bar hopping, and from what I'm told, we went to this one bar that's called the Whiskey in downtown Wilmington. And down there, I ordered a few more drinks there. I think it was 3 or 4 when I was there, from what they told me. So at this rate, I had an entire fifth to myself, and 3 or 4 more, liquor beverages, not like beer or anything like that. And so I was good and toasted. So allegedly what happened after that was I left my friends. I was wandering around outside, outside all the bars, and I was just I just kept getting calls from my sister, and my sister says to me, she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she can clearly tell that I'm pretty drunk, and so she tells me "Dude, you gotta get home, dude, call an Uber, get home." And I was like, "Oh no, I think I'm just gonna sleep in the alleyway or something like that." And she's like, No, that's a bad idea. That's a real bad idea." And so I ended up, somehow I got an Uber. I got myself an Uber. Apparently I didn't have anyone help me with that, but yeah, so I get into this Uber, and my sister tells me to this day that his name was Mr. Anthony, I guess, or I was calling him that. And so he drove me all the way from downtown Wilmington all the way back up to Sneads Ferry. And he's driving, and in the middle of the drive, apparently, I asked him to pull over because I thought I was going to puke. And so he pulls over, and I fall out of the car, and I'm just puking and thrown up in the ditch. And there was a cop nearby, and so I remember this is when I started to sober up, because I started to see the lights, and I was like, "Oh God, I am going to jail. I am so going to jail." And so this cop was talking to me, and I handed him what's called an Arrive Alive card. It basically is a card from my battalion saying this Marine is drunk. Please help him get home. Here is a number you can call for the front duty desk, and they can take him. They can take care of him from there. And there's also $100 for you waiting for you to take for gas and food and whatever you had to do in order to help this Marine get back. And so this cop was talking to me. He was like, "Well, it sounds like you're doing everything right. I mean, you're also being extremely respectful for how hammered you are." And what I didn't know is that you can actually deny going to the hospital, because they were planning on sending me to the hospital anyways. They had an ambulance there and everything. And they were going to send me there, but I told them no, I don't want to go to the hospital. I had to sign something. Apparently, I don't remember doing that, but I just remember the lights and talking to the officer.
But you made it home eventually.
Yeah, so after that, like, the Uber took me back to the house, or not to the house, he took me to the front gate. He couldn't get through the gate, so he just dropped me off at the gate. And that's when my buddies had to come to the gate, pick me up. They took me back to the barracks, and yeah, I had a raging hangover for like about a week.
Sounds like it. Wow, that's a pretty intense 21st birthday story. Definitely sounds like something that you wouldn't want your mom to know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Joe, for coming on and telling us your story, and thanks for listening to Things I Don't Want My Mom to Know.